Now at 10:30, it is a video gone viral. A high school student passing out hundreds of pride flags within the Temecula Valley Unified School District on a mission to protest new school district policies. His actions now have sparked a whole new campaign with people donating pride flags, pins, stickers, and more.
This all comes after the school district passed a policy that no flags other than the U.S. and California flags can be displayed on school grounds. KTLA's John Fenolio spoke to the 16-year-old and has more from Temecula.
How is high school? How's your junior year going?
It's going pretty good. I have a lot of classes that I really like this year, a lot of AP classes. I'm in 4.
16-year-old Moxie is a junior at Great Oak High School in Temecula, and like a lot of kids his age, he has big dreams about the future.
I really want to do animation. That's always something that I've been really interested in, is doing animation for various shows.
But despite being a creative standout student, he hasn't felt very supported by his school district.
There's always that risk of being unsafe when you're part of a marginalized community like the LGBTQ, especially when you're so vocal about it.
And vocal he is.
They came assembled. Thank you.
He's been handing out pride flags and stickers at his school following last week's decision by the Temecula Valley Unified School District Board to ban all flags on campuses except the American and state flags, unless they have the approval of the superintendent.
The pride flag to me symbolizes being allowed to be who you are, that sense of community.
While the policy doesn't specifically mention the pride flag, Moxie and many others believe the ban is part of a broader and targeted attack on LGBTQ+ inclusion in schools. Plenty of parents expressed their opposition to the rainbow flag before the school board vote.
Now this rainbow flag, we are seeing infiltrate every corner of education.
Some who support the ban espousing long disproven ideas that kids being educated about LGBTQ+ people and their contributions will somehow make them gay. And some insist displaying the pride flag is political.
A classroom is not a place for your personal political beliefs, and it's becoming just like a room and a place of our own personal views and our own feelings.
But this AP student argues there's nothing political about taking pride in one's identity, especially when they just want to feel safe.
I think it's okay for teachers to have flags up because it lets the kids know that this is a safe space.
The Temecula School Board also rejected another resolution that would have affirmed a ban on bullying and harassment based on sexual or gender identity. Last month, the Temecula School Board approved a policy to out trans students to their parents. And earlier this year, the board rejected a state-approved social studies curriculum for elementary school students that mentioned gay rights activist Harvey Milk, but later reversed course after being threatened with legal action by the state attorney general and Governor Newsom. However, the board still voted to exclude a chapter that highlights the gay rights movement.
You're clearly taking pride in your identity. Why do you think that upsets some people?
Some people feel threatened by the concept of things that aren't considered normal to them, things that they don't like or that they believe aren't okay. And just a lot of people are threatened by that. And
what's your message to those people?
That I'm not a threat and that I have as much a right to exist as everyone else, and that people can exist differently than your beliefs without your beliefs also not being allowed to exist.
Moxie and his classmates say they are planning a walkout in protest of these policies Friday morning. The school board is threatening disciplinary action if they do. Now, these controversial school board decisions here locally and nationwide come amid a spike in attacks against the LGBTQ+ community and a growing uneasiness among students. According to the Trevor Project, LGBTQ+ kids are 4 times more likely to commit suicide than their peers. In Temecula, I'm John Fenolio, KTLA 5 News.